G'day everyone, I am Nilsy and in today's video I'm going to show you this awesome Australian artwork drawn by this guy who goes by the name of Paul Robertson. I've got a link to his Twitter page in the description if you want to check out firsthand his perspective of an Australian Pokédex. So basically, if Pokemon were to bring out its own Australian version, then these would be great ideas for our own Australian Pokemon. Now, if you are not Australian, or if you have never been to Australia, or you may not know much about Australia, these may not make too much sense to you. You may not understand some of these, but that's okay. I'm going to go through my favourite ones that he drew, and I'll give you a little bit of an explanation with each one as well. Some of these are pretty hilarious, and like I said, if you aren't from Australia, you may not actually understand these at all. So I hope you enjoy this video. We're going to start off with these three. We have Ochre, Drongo, and Bogan. Now, Ochre is a slang term used for a stereotypical Australian man or woman with a strong Aussie accent. They stereotypically would call everyone around them drongos. Now, a drongo is a term that I kind of use quite a lot when I'm calling someone an idiot, but it's generally in a joking and fun manner. Now, Bogans don't actually look like this, but they're pretty close. Bogans are actually pretty hard to describe without being a bit offensive and a bit judgmental, but I would say a fair description of a Bogan would be someone who dresses and talks and acts however they want, and they don't really care on what you think. I think that explains a Bogan well enough. Next we have these two, Ayers Rock and Uluru. Now, Uluru is a place located here in pretty much the middle of Australia, and its big attraction is this very big rock. Most people would call this Ayers Rock, but the correct term is Uluru. Uluru is sacred to the Indigenous Australians and is thought to have started forming around 550 million years ago. Now, the next three, I kind of like these guys. Slip, Slop, and Slap, which was a skin cancer commercial with a pigeon named Sid, who would sing this. Slip on a shirt, slop on sunscreen, and slap on a hat. This was a very popular ad in the 80s and 90s, and the saying itself is still used by the Cancer Council today. Because even 15 minutes in the sun in summertime, you're going to be burnt to a crisp. Now, if you're planning a trip to Australia, you're most likely to go to Sydney and check out the Harbour Bridge. You could also go to Luna Park, which is also in Melbourne. And whilst you're in Melbourne, you could go for a drive across the Westgate Bridge. But what about Surfers Paradise, which is in the Gold Coast? And you'll be also able to check out the Big Pineapple whilst you're in Queensland. What about the Big Orange, which is in my home state, South Australia? Or even the Big Banana in Coffs Harbour in New South Wales. But just be careful if you're travelling out bush, because the last thing you want to run into is either a bunyip or yowie. Now, I thought these were pretty clever, and it would take me some time to go through every single one of them. But to finish up, I'll scroll through a couple of my favourites. We have Caramella Koala, Freddo Frog, Birdie Beetle, a Snag on a Barbie, Mosquito, Blowflies, Yabbies, Dim Sims, Chico Rolls, Pegs on a Clothesline, or even a Heels Hoist. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you are new to my channel. Bloody oath, I think these pictures are great. If you don't think so, then you can